Hi there, welcome to Nepi Invest. One of the reasons, maybe the main reason why the Reserve Bank of Australia and most other central banks around the world are raising interest rates is to curb spending, to slow down spending, because they want to keep inflation in check. And in their opinion, the best weapon to keep inflation in check is to stop us spending, hence rising interest rates. Funnily enough, even though we have seen rising interest rates in Australia, retail sales have increased in every single month of 2022 until December. So the December retail numbers have come out on the last day of January. Estimates were they would decrease by 0.2%. And I wouldn't be surprised to have seen them actually increase simply because it is December. And even though what's it called, Black Friday is becoming a little bit more ubiquitous out there, many people are now spending or buying Christmas presents at the end of November. It would have been surprising to see this one last hurrah when it comes to retail spending. But how wrong we were. Retail sales in Australia absolutely plunged in December. Not only have they plunged in Australia, they've also plunged in Germany. So also have a look at Germany retail sales. And they've also, in America, we also saw the slowest, not growth, we saw the worst retail spending change in over a year. So let's get into it and let's have a look at the retail sales number for Australia in December 2022. This is straight from ABS website. You can go to the Australian Bureau of Statistics website and find all sorts of data. It is one of my favorite websites. And not only ABS, but I also use Trading Economics. You'll see some graphs later in this video using that website as well. So this is in regards to Retail Trade Australia. Key statistics. The December 2022 seasonally adjusted estimates fell 3.9% month on month, rose 7.5% compared with December 2021. The main reason behind that 7.5% growth is because we're seeing retail sales growing every single month. Now, the estimates were that retail sales will actually decline by 0.2%. So for those estimates to be way off, and that is way off. So instead of 0.2% decline, we saw a decline by 3.9%. First declines we've seen in Australia since December 2021. This particular graph right here is actually straight from Trading Economics. You can find this sort of data for every single company, not only retail sales, but also many other economic indicators and signals and data. So I love the Trading Economics website. If you've never seen it before, maybe just go into it and play around with what you can find on this particular website. I have no affiliation with Trading Economics. I don't get any remuneration from that website. I just like using it. Anyway, these are Australian retail sales going back a year or through 2022. And we just saw a steady rise up through the year, starting at 2% in January. And for most of the year, it was around or hovering around 1%. It did fall by 0.4% in October, and then it rose 1.7% in November. And I do think some of that was around that Black Friday. They do call it Black Friday, don't they? That's when you do see some pretty good sales. And there is whispers, I have heard rumors that many Australians are now bringing forward their Christmas spending to the last week in November. And then all of a sudden, we have seen this massive plunge in retail sales in December, down 3.9%. So it does look potentially that the rising interest rates we have seen from the Reserve Bank is starting to hit home. Another great thing about the Australian Bureau of Statistics website is you can see different sectors, industries, how sales have performed in those areas. For instance, in food retailing, in fact, sales went up 0.3%, which is not surprising. We need to eat. So you won't see a massive change in food spending because more than likely that is the first thing people are going to buy is food. Food probably, and probably alcohol as well. I'm just guessing on that front. Do they have alcohol here? No. And we saw massive plunges in retail spending in clothing, footwear, and personal accessory retailing, down 13.1%, and in department stores, down 14.3%, which is actually quite surprising because Myer came out with a trading update a few days ago, and they were quite bullish. So something is amiss there. And they were very bullish about December or January. I forget exactly what, but it's really surprising to see Myer, which is a department store, quite bullish, yet these numbers come out and significant decrease in department store spending. Cafes, restaurants, and takeaway and food services, 0%. Other retailing, minus 4.6%. Household goods retailing down 7.8%. So food and cafes, and restaurants and takeaway food, which is also food, are no effect in December, but we have seen a significant decrease in spending when it comes to more discretionary retail, like clothing, like department stores, which is clothing and that sort of thing, footwear and personal accessories. But Australia is not the only place where we have seen a significant decrease in retail spending in December. Germany came out with their numbers and it was down 5.3%, also significantly lower than estimates. And if you do look at Germany retail sales through 2022, quite a bit different than Australia. In fact, 5 or 6 of the months Germany saw rises in retail spending, and in 6 of the months, significant falls, particularly in October, down 2.8%, and then in December, down 5.3%. And overall, retail sales in Germany were actually down for the year. And US retail sales also came out, and December was the worst month in America during 2022. Most of the year, they did see retail sales actually go up, but United States have seen 2 consecutive down months when it comes to retail, which is surprising when you consider this also includes November, Black Friday. They love to spend just after Thanksgiving, which is the fourth Friday or fourth Thursday in November, which means the fourth Friday in November is one of the biggest retail days on their calendar. So 2 down months in a row, down 1% in November, down 1.1% in December. So it does look like the rising interest rate environment is starting to have an impact on retail sales, not only in Australia, also in the United States. Let's have a look at the chatter on Twitter just to see what people are talking about when it comes to retail sales. David Taylor said retail sales down 3.9% in December. The slowdown has begun, ladies and gents. Now, I think there is a possibility the slowdown has begun, and I think we all expected the slowdown to begin sooner or later, but I do think we'll need to see January numbers come out in about a month to really confirm that the slowdown has begun. Scott Phillips was on the other side. He said, even though retail sales were down 3.9%, if you look back at 2021 and 2020, there was that same signal where their numbers or the retail sales in December was down from November. And he says, don't get too worried or excited if you're a bear. But it was really interesting to see some of the comments in relation to this particular comment from Scott Phillips, because if you go back to 2021 and 2020, there was a massive increase in retail sales numbers in November. I think in 2021, retail sales numbers in November went up 6.6%. So naturally enough, you are going to see a pullback in retail sales the following month after a massive rise in retail sales. So that didn't happen this year. We didn't see a massive rise in retail sales numbers in November. So it's a little bit different. I don't think you can compare 2022 to 2021 and 2020. And also those years were COVID-19 affected. 2022 is not. And Stephen Koukalis mentioned the slump in retail sales was more than a seasonal blip. Consumers are cutting back big time, and the RBA would be playing with fire if it hikes again. I sort of agree with him. I think the RBA should take these numbers, and there's really no point raising interest rates anymore from now. I think it is having its effect on retail spending. That's exactly what they wanted to see happen. And this is the first sign that raising interest rates is having an impact on retail spending. And if it's having an impact on retail spending, the possibility of inflation moving substantially higher from where it is right now, even though it is pretty high in Australia at this point in time. I think it will have an impact on inflation. So I think right now is a good time for the RBA to just stick where they are right now and not raise interest rates anymore. That's just my opinion. And who knows what Philo and the RBA are thinking, particularly when they see these numbers come out. So hopefully no more interest rates rises, because I do think if they continue to raise interest rates, it is going to have a significant impact on retail sales moving forward, have a significant impact on the economy as well. That's all I have for this video, looking at the retail sales plunge in Australia during December 2022. This is a new sort of video I have done. I really haven't done this type of macroeconomic type of video. So if you do like these types of videos, because I actually do have a degree in economics, also have a degree in meteorology, so maybe there's a future of being an economic meteorologist or a meteorological economist. One of those may become in existence in the next few years, and I could become the first meteorological economist. Anyway, if you have any thoughts, any questions, concerns, if you disagree or agree with anything I've said in today's video, if you think we shouldn't be concerned or non-concerned, because this could be a very good thing, because this could be the end of the interest rate hike cycle. This could be what the RBA is looking for. So if this could be a good thing, and if you think this is a good thing, or if you think this is a bad thing, I'd love to hear your opinion. So leave it in the comment section of this video. Otherwise, that's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye.